everyone, this is Lori from Lori Hooks. Welcome and thanks for hanging out with me today. So today is a Yarny Catchup to talk about what I've been working on, and there's going to be a lot of frogging involved in my future, I think. So that's mostly what I have to show you today. Items that I'm going to frog. I have one item that I'm going to show you that at this point I'm not frogging, and I hope I never will have to frog. But the other two things that I've been working on, they're getting ready to be frogged. So let's get on here and let's get talking about what these items are that I've been working on. So in my last video, I talked about how I was working on like a shrug or a cardigan. I don't know the definition of the difference between a shrug and a cardigan, but often this style is called a shrug, so I was calling it a shrug, but I think it's kind of a cardigan. I don't know. Anyways, so a while ago I purchased this. I love this yarn. I got it from Hobby Lobby, and I'm in Canada. I did this import process to get it here, and I accidentally double bought this, and I bought 10 of these skeins in cranberry. So I love this yarn. I think it's really nice. Soft, it's nice to work with. So I wanted to use it for like a wearable. So I had this idea in my head of a sweater that I wanted to make. And I don't know if you're like me, but I go to the store or I'm watching something on TV and I see somebody wearing, or I see a sweater on a shelf, and I'm like, oh, that's really cute. I like that. I can make that. I don't need to buy that. I can make that. So this is a situation like this, whereas I was watching, it was like a TV show, and somebody was wearing this sweater and I saw it and I was like, oh, I love that. I want one of those, and I'm going to figure out how to make that. So I didn't figure out how to make that. I figured out how to make something else that's not quite what I wanted. So I have all this done. This is an arm, it goes all the way across the back. And this is the end of another arm. And I have it all pinned together where I tried it on without sewing it together. So I have hours and hours and hours of crochet in here. I have 3 skeins of yarn in here. It sort of fits, but it's not what I wanted. It's not what I visioned. It doesn't fit the way that I wanted it to fit. So I think I'm going to frog it. I don't see the point in having a sweater around here that I'm never going to wear. And I don't have somebody that I think I could gift it to that would actually wear it. So I think I'm going to frog it out, start again, and hopefully get something that I'm going to enjoy out of it. And hang on one second, my dog is going to start barking. Okay, hopefully she's over it and she doesn't start barking. Anyways, so that's what I'm with that. I call it my red shrug. It's going to be a frogged pile of red yarn soon. So that is the number one item that I've been working on, and that's what I've spent the most time on this week. I got to this point, today's Friday, I think it was on Wednesday night, earlier in the evening, that I tried it on, and I was like, this is not working. This is not what I like. And I have not frogged it yet, but I think that's what I'm going to do. So item number 2 that I've been working on is another wearable. I don't know, I have wearables on the mind lately. So this is a knit cardigan. And we're gonna go back in time first. It's probably 2 years ago, I bought a whole bunch of Lion Brand Woolies Thick and Quick. I bought something like 5 or 6 skeins. They were on sale. I actually bought 2 different colors, and I bought like 5 or 6 skeins of each color, and had in my mind that I was going to use them for cardigans, and not thinking about how heavy and warm Woolies Thick and Quick is, or anything like that. I was pretty new to all this then, so I I bought it thinking that I was going to use it, and yeah. So anyway, so at the time I made this crocheted cardigan, and it came out absolutely gigantic. And I'm sorry if you can hear her breathing. Sophie is between you and me right now. She's just a little bit below you guys, so you can't see her, but she is in here and she's panting a little bit. So anyways, so I started this crocheted cardigan and it came out gigantic. And I thought that it was going to be okay. I thought I would be able to wear it around the house, but it was just too big to comfortably wear it. So I decided to frog it out and use it for something else. So I saw this on YouTube. She has a YouTube tutorial for this, and it is called the Open Lands Shawl Collar Cardigan by Ashley Lillis. And I will link her her tutorial for her channel below. And this is what it looks like. And I printed it on my black and white printer, so it's not a color picture, but hers looks a lot like this because it's like a light gray color. So the yarn that she used for her tutorial is Lion Brand. I think it's called Respun, which Respun is about the same weight as Woolly's Thick and Quick. So I hope this works out, and I hope that it comes out to be a nice little cardigan. So it's got like a double thick collar on it, and then the rest of the cardigan is just a knit cardigan. Pretty simple, it's top down with raglan increases. So I started on that, and that's how much I have done so far. I'm a pretty new knitter. I'm not very good at reading patterns, so this is good experience for me because she has a PDF pattern. So I printed that out and I'm using the pattern and I'm watching the videos and I'm doing it together like that. And that's how I learned to read crochet patterns. So I assume this is going to work to learn to read knit patterns. So I'm enjoying working on this so far, and I hope that it comes out, and I hope I don't have something else to frog. So then what else have I been working on that I'm going to frog? There's another one. So then I decided that I wanted some bowl cozies. So again, get on the internet, look up some bowl cozy patterns, and I found several that had you double up with your yarn and make it like double thick. So I started out with one of them. So I got out, I have a bunch of this Lily's Sugar and Cream, and I have this pink color which is called Rose. Oh no, sorry, I'm reading another language. This is Hot Pink. And then I have this color, which this is Hot Green. And I thought, okay, well, it's double. You use the two together. I'll use these two together, which the color came out really nice, but I don't think I need double weight bowl cozies. This is just too thick, and I have a lot of trouble working with really thick yarn. It hurts my hands, it hurts my wrists, and I need to make 4 bowl cozies. I'm not going to make 4 of these. It's not going to happen. So I'm going to frog it out, and I will make some single color bowl cozies, crocheted, so you will see those in the future. You won't see this because I'm going to frog this out pretty much as soon as I'm done making this video. So that is my third thing that I've been working on this week. I've only got this is maybe an hour, and it took me an hour because it's double weight. If this was, you know, single, it would have taken me a lot less time because I can crochet a lot faster with single weight yarn, and it doesn't hurt my hands the way that did. That was hurting my hands already after an hour. So the other thing that I've been up to in the last week is I have gone to Michael's 3 times. So my first trip to Michael's was last Saturday, and I needed straight knitting needles to start that knit cardigan, and I needed 9mm ones, and I didn't have that. I have my grandmother's old knitting stuff. There weren't any 9mm straight needles in there, so I went and bought myself some 9mm straight needles. These were the cheapest that Michael's had. I paid like $7 Canadian for them. They were not on sale, and these are Susan Bates. Actually, yes, I did get 30% off on them. I used my coupon. So I got these knitting needles, and they are aluminum. They were not a good choice for a new knitter, but it is what it is. They were cheap. I got by with using them for what I needed them for my project. So that was trip number 1. So then trip number 2 to Michael's, we have a clock in our living room that's, I don't know what you call it, a clock that has hands. And lately it keeps losing time. So I put a new battery in, and then I look at it again 4 or 5 hours later, and it's like lost like a half an hour. So it keeps working, but it's just not working properly. So after trying 3 different batteries over probably 3 or 4 days, on Sunday I decided, okay, I'm going to take apart this clock and I'm going to put a new clock mechanism in it. And I knew they had those at Michael's, so on Sunday I went back to Michael's to get a clock mechanism for my clock. So I got that while I was there, and then also they had yarn for 30% off. And I had been perusing patterns on the Saturday and got an idea for something that I wanted to do. So in case I don't do the idea, I'm not going to show you what my idea was. I'll show you the yarn that I bought. It's here somewhere. It's here. That was the 3rd trip to Michael's. Where's the other yarn? Oh, I left it over there. Hang on. Okay, so this is the yarn that I got. It is Cotton Ripple Cakes. The color on this is Cory, and this is a 3-weight. And it's 100% cotton, and there is 491 yards, 240 grams on this cake. And I bought 3 of these. And they were 30% off because yarn is 30% off right now at Michael's in Canada. If you're in Canada, I believe the ending date is March 26th. So I picked up the 3 of these with this idea in my head for something that I wanted to do. And again, I'm on a wearable kick. It was a wearable thing. So if you see a wearable in my future with this yarn in it, it might be that wearable I had the idea from. But we'll see what happens. So then the next trip to Michael's was last night. Yesterday I was watching a video from Sandy at Crochet A Canada. I hope that's the right name for her channel. Anyway, so I was watching her video and saw what she had purchased at Michael's, and the yarn that she picked up, I was like, oh, I saw that at Michael's a few weeks ago, but I didn't see it when I was there on the weekend. Maybe I wasn't looking right, or maybe I went to the wrong Michael's, because I have 2 Michael's close to me. So then I was like, well, I had looked at this yarn a few weeks ago, and I was like, I'm not paying a full price for that. I hate paying full price for anything, most especially yarn. Excuse me. So I was like, I'm going to go back and see whether or not they have any of those. So I went back last night, and I didn't realize the ending date for the sale then. Now it shows, online it shows March 28th. So this is what I bought. This is Karen, I'll show it to you the right way up, Karen Latte Cakes. And the color on this is cream, and it's super soft. And these are really hard to come by. I never see the cream, but I seen it a few weeks ago and I almost bought it and paid full price for it. But I was like, oh, I can't pay full price for yarn. That's crazy. I'm glad that I didn't, because when I went back yesterday, they had 4 of them. I only bought 3. At first I had 2 in my hand and I walked around with 2 for a little while, and then I went back and I got a 3rd one. So I got 3 of these latte cakes in cream, and these are a bulky 5 and 58% acrylic, 42% nylon, and 530 yards on the cake. So yeah, I got 3 of these. So that is all my Michael's acquisitions. My daughter went with me when I went yesterday, and she got some embroidery floss. She makes, you know, she makes them the way that you make friendship bracelets, but she makes them with designs in them. She makes bracelets mostly for herself, but they have like designs in them. The one that she's making right now has flowers. So maybe she'll let me show you that when she's done. We'll see. So yeah, she got some embroidery for us. I got the yarn. Seems like we got something else, but I can't remember what it was. I don't remember. Anyways, so that was my 3 trips up to Michael's this week. And yeah, so that's really what I've been up to. I feel like it's not very exciting. I feel like it's not a lot to show you guys, but at the same time, I wanted to point out that I think all of us make stuff when we frog. At least I definitely do. I don't like to waste yarn. Yeah. So that's, I guess, what I have to say about that. So, and then I thought I should follow up about something that I talked about in my last video, which was playing games on my phone. There were quite a few people who commented about it in the comments, asked me what happened with that kind of thing. So I thought that I would give you guys an update. So I had talked about in my last video about how I spend way too much time playing games on my phone and that I really needed to uninstall them. So I did uninstall my biggest game playing waste of time game that I have. It's gone. I uninstalled it. It's gone. I took it out a week ago. I think the same day as I posted the video, I think I uninstalled the game. I uninstalled a few other ones as well. And I did leave, I think, 2 that I play. There might be others on my phone still, but I only have 2 left that I play. And they are both games that after 10 minutes, I'm bored and I don't want to play it anymore. So they're good choices for things to have. Now, the part that I'm having trouble with is getting out of this habit of picking up my phone all the time. When I'm bored or when I'm between things or when I'm watching TV and I'm not crocheting while I watch TV, then or like, say I start watching TV and my crochet's over on the table and I'm just can't be bothered to get out of my chair and go get it. Then I will, because my phone's always right beside me, I'll pick up my phone and I'll start playing a game. Or in this case right now, I'll pick up my phone and I just scroll Facebook because I don't know what else to use it for, because I have this bad habit of just picking up my phone and using it all the time. And I know you're probably saying, okay, just keep your phone somewhere else. And that's not really an easy option for me because the type of job that I have, I need to be available. So my clients expect that I'm going to answer them, and that, I know it's going to sound crazy to you that I answer my phone pretty much all the time except for when I'm sleeping, but I do. That's just part of the relationship that I have with my clients. And that doesn't mean that I get phone calls every night or emails every night or texts every night, but I do get calls and texts often enough that I feel I need to have my phone with me all the time. So that's the reason why it's always beside me and I have this terrible habit of picking it up all the time. So that's my phone game time wasting update. So, and I got my hair cut and I got new purple shampoo and I think my color's starting to look really nice. So yeah, that's my hair update. So yeah. That's what I've been up to lately. So anyway, so I guess that's enough jabbering and talking today. And I'm sorry, I just accidentally knocked the camera stand. Shifted you guys around. So yeah. So anyways, so thanks for hanging out with me today. Thanks for liking. Thanks for subscribing. And I'll see you next time on Lori Hooks. Bye, everyone.